Our painting went a little differently than what the man's did on his site, but the reality is it was more just because my son wasn't sure. He thought he wanted it more black, but now he likes what he sees, and I'm glad. I wanted to like it. From this Texan's heart to yours, God bless.
You want to go to YouTube and type in how to layer stain for a cool look. Hit search and you're going to come up with this video right here. Beach Bum Living. And he just takes you through step-by-step process on how he layers the stain, sanding in between, and we just followed his directions. And when he gets through, he has a really nice nice product. He overlaid that with some satin gloss, and it looked great. So we decided to give it a shot. And so that's where the concept of how we would paint it came from. The first thing that I do on all my pieces that I'm making look rustic is a vinegar and steel wool solution. Alright, let me show you the pieces of wood here. This is what the original looked like. I mean, nails all in. I got 10 pounds of nails out of here. This is the sanded and wood puttied version. You can see I left a lot of the imperfections in there. I didn't take everything out. And this is a piece covered with the vinegar and steel wool solution. You can see it really is nice. I mean, you know, if you just want to make a piece look weathered, you could put a satin finish on that, and I think it would look very nice. It just has an old weathered look. And realize that the imperfections in the wood, each piece is different, so you're going to get a little different look. This is the side we split. We split a 2x4. We ripped it and made 2x2s out of it. You can tell we already pre-drilled the holes. This is all according to the plans, and anyway, you'll see all of that. I do want to show you the paint that I'm using here. This is a water-based wood stain. This is the white, classic black. I'll give you the code. I got this, I guess, at Home Depot. You have to have them mix the color. Old cut-up t-shirts, and then I can just throw them away when I'm done. In the sanding process, this little 80 grit block sponge, sanding sponge, I'd never used one before. It's also by 3M, same as the sandpaper. Really great, because with the wood as it is, I needed a lot of flexibility to get down into some of those holes and get them sanded, because I wanted to hit everything. All right, so that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm going to go to this is a 150. This was the sanding block was an 80. The next coats from here is going to be a 220, because I've got it all shiny. I've got it showing. That's what I wanted, and so now I'm going to work on the details, the finesse of it. All I do is take the paint and the rag, and I just dip it where it looks like that, and then I just start streaking it. You'll get more paint on it as you go. Pay attention to get down in those seams. And also your wood filler, because this demolition wood has a lot of holes, and I'm trying to get all that covered where it looks a little uniform, so the holes actually come out looking a little darker in the end rather than lighter. I want the lighter streaks to be on top. That's just preference. 180. This is 3M here. It's got a nice no slip back. It says it lasts 10 times longer. I can't tell you that at this point, but I can tell you that it does feel nice back here. And what I do notice about the plastic, the no slip grip, is that it doesn't seem to be making those creases that other paper does. It also, to me, when you fold it over, it still stays very nice on the edge. It seems to just make the paper stronger. So I like it. When you're applying it, you don't want to bear down too hard, but I am bearing down on it on the sides right here. I'm trying to make that wood stand out and make it line up. You can see I am pulling some of that stuff off. It's coming. And as we go through, it'll show a little more, and you can see what it originally looked like over here. I am trying to do this all one direction. I just follow right behind it with the rag. Not my idea, that was the site I looked at, and I think it looks really good. And I use a 220, and to me that's where it really starts to stand out. Put our white on, but it came out too white. So what we're doing is we're going back over it with a little black, and so we have to sand it again after this, and it gives just a highlight. That's what the man said it's going to be sleeping on. All right, we're now working on sealing the whitewash look. The young man sleeping in this bed has made a turn from wanting something more along these lines to wanting something more along these lines.
Like a woman, you can't make it.
So we do have to run a little sandpaper on that piece right there, and we got to run a little sandpaper on this piece right here. But I think you made a good choice. I actually think it looks a lot better this way. So we are now getting really close to finishing this bad boy. All right, this is with the coat. You can see my hands. I am covered. Gave up. We wore our gloves out, didn't we? I've just about worn my workers out too. They're tired. They're ready for a break. But wore our gloves out. But you can see it. I mean, it absolutely looks great. I mean, it just looks so nice. That is with a coat of acrylic on it, but it really looks nice. This one still has to be sanded, but you can see that it already looks good. With the two together, you can see the difference. We put one coat of the acrylic on this and the clear, and it looks really good. And then here, this one's had a coat too, hadn't it? Yeah. All right. I mean, we're ready. And then here, we got all our slats painted. Just have to sand those and sand the end piece on the bed and seal these, and we're done. What do you think, guys?
I like it.